morning and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Happy Friday, everybody. And, of course, the soggy weekend is slated to arrive across the area tomorrow. The forecast continues to be kind of finely tuned as we go into the next couple of days. The severe weather threat has increased ever so slightly for parts of the region, mainly across northern Louisiana. We'll get to that in just a minute. That shouldn't be a huge surprise. I'm not surprised by it. And I think kind of sets us up for at least some isolated strong storm potential late Saturday and into early Sunday. This morning's forecast made possible by ServPro, Monroe, West Monroe. Actually, 3 locations across the area to better serve you: Monroe, West Monroe, Shreveport, and Natchez. Call or click servpro.com today. Temperatures are still in the 40s in many spots. We were expecting a few more low 50s this morning, just a little bit warmer, but a lot of us still able to sneak into the upper 40s briefly. 52 currently in Monroe, 51 in El Dorado, 54 Camden, 49 in Winsboro and St. Joseph, 50 in Vicksburg. Dew points, you would normally expect to start seeing them climb. They have not done so yet, but that'll be a process as we go through the daytime hours today. Upper 40s to low 50s, so there's not a lot of surface moisture to work with, but in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we're already starting to kind of bring that return flow of moisture back around to set the stage for the rain chances this weekend. Winds are fairly light this morning. That shouldn't be a big surprise. They're out of the east. They'll probably be out of the southeast and south as we go through the afternoon, and visibility is not much of an issue either. Satellite radar composite this afternoon, or this morning rather, shows a few thunderstorms that have made their way through the Dallas-Fort Worth metro and now dive off to the south of I-20, and a lot of shower activity that continues to gradually decrease across the Ark-La-Tex region. And I know you're probably thinking, that looks like it's going to move into our area. Well, in some fashion it will, but again, keep in mind, air's very, very dry at the surface. So as you bring rain and thunderstorms through the region, a lot of that's going to evaporate before it reaches the ground. Rain's not really a big concern today, unless something drastic changes that it was wrong in the forecast. I really can't envision us running into a lot of rain potential today. But Futurecast, made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe, kind of illustrates the scenario. And if you missed us yesterday evening, it's the same general scenario. And it's with thunderstorms moving across central and eastern Texas tonight in a large complex, but as they move eastward and arrive in our area during the early morning hours on Saturday, the atmosphere is at its most stable point. A lot of these storms kind of run into an environment that won't really support them, so a lot of them start to weaken as we head toward daybreak on Saturday. We get a lot of the leftovers, which will be kind of decaying thunderstorms. I don't really expect any kind of severe weather threat. I think the storms should be too weak by that point. But they will bring residual showers and storms in. How heavy the rain will be, how widespread the rain will be, is still very much in question. It really depends on how much dry air there is in place and what shape these storms are as they move into the region. There's a chance that a lot of the area doesn't get rainfall from this first wave. But again, too tough to really plan any outdoor activities around it. So that first rain scoots out, and then we look for a warm front to drift northward. And the placement of that warm front is critical. And as you look at this warm front on the screen right now, I don't want you to think, oh, no, we're all in the warm sector and we're all going to see these surface-based thunderstorms. That first kind of weak warm front lifts northward, and it's not the true one. There's another one that forms here in just a second that you'll see. Again, this is an imperfect surface analysis, but it'll give you the better general idea of where we think surface-based storms have the best potential of forming. And in my mind, it's generally along and south of I-20. Again, if you missed us yesterday, surface-based storms develop south of a warm front in what we call the free warm sector, which is essentially an area where stronger damaging wind gusts can get down to the ground level a little bit easier, and that's where tornadoes can form. Elevated storms can produce heavy rainfall. They can occasionally produce gusty winds. They can produce hail, but they can't produce those surface-based hazards like tornadoes. Regardless, it brings widespread showers, thunderstorms, heavy rain potential late Saturday into early Sunday. Most of that scoots off to the east. There you can see kind of the better idea of warm front placement. Should be along and south of I-20 somewhere. Then the front clears through, some wraparound moisture, maybe even a few wraparound thunderstorms can't be ruled out late Sunday, and then the rain chances wrap up early parts of next week. Alice, Janet, Ethel, good morning. Thanks so much for hopping in. I know Janet says she's looking forward to the rain. I hope you continue to have that same attitude by Sunday afternoon, because it could be quite the soggy weekend. I know the rain is needed, and I don't want to sidestep that by any stretch, but You start talking about 2 and 3 and 4 inch rain totals stretched out over a 48-hour span, and it is going to lead to some localized street flooding and flash flooding concerns. I'll look at the futurecast rainfall, and this is the computer model that I thought was best illustrating some of the scenarios that we'll see where some areas see heavier rain versus others. Today, it brings a lot of pretty widespread, heftier totals back into the region. Again, this is just one computer model's take on things, so don't take this as set in stone by any stretch. These forecast models are designed to change. They are also designed to give us a general idea of the potential scenarios that are in play, and then you use your meteorologist brain to figure out the rest. Lisa asks, will it get cooler? Yes, you'll see that in the 7-day forecast in just a minute. Here's a look at that what we call the blend of models, and you can see that a lot of the rain totals that it was advertising yesterday, which looked a lot like the graphic I just showed you. They were showing 3, 3.5, 3 and 3/4 inch rain totals. And this particular model runs backed off a little bit more into a range which I think is a little bit more believable in the 2 to 3 inch range for much of the area. Not everyone's going to see 2 inches of rainfall. Not everyone's going to see 3 inches of rainfall. Some will fall short. Some will exceed those amounts. The official Weather Prediction Center rainfall forecast does still have that potential for isolated 4-inch totals. Those would be the areas in orange. Again, don't get bent out of shape about if you're in that orange area or not. These forecasts also designed to change. But it does bring the rain totals back into the 2 to 3 inch range, fairly widespread across the area. That will lead to excessive rain concerns, the flash flood risk, or whatever you want to call it. We call it the excessive rain outlook. And again, severe weather outlooks of any sort made possible by Allegiance Health Network, providing high-quality, patient-centered care through a clinically integrated network of healthcare professionals. The slight risk for excessive rain now essentially includes the entire region. Again, 2 to 3 inch totals over a 48-hour period with some locally heavy downpours will lead to some localized street flooding and flash flooding concerns. The rain, again, very beneficial, but could be excessive in some spots. The severe weather threat, and I kind of saved this for last because it probably has the most significant change out of a lot of these forecast graphics. And it shows now a marginal risk for most of our northern Louisiana parishes, a good chunk of western Mississippi as well, or at least southwestern Mississippi. And the slight risk level 2 category now stretches into our far southern parishes and counties. Grant, LaSalle, Catahoula, Concordia, a good chunk of Adams County included in as well. So that sets us up for at least the potential for some embedded damaging wind gusts as that big complex of storms moves through Saturday night. And obviously with a complex of storms like that, you can't rule out maybe an isolated tornado. It is not expected to be a widespread, prolonged threat. But within those storms, as they move east Saturday night, Sunday morning, we could see a strong to severe storm or two. So keep that in mind. If you have Saturday night plans. Hopefully they are not outside. Daytime highs today, generally in the low end of the 80s. The clouds continue to gradually increase, especially late in the day, but the rain chances should generally stay close to zero. If we catch any rain today, it will likely stay very light, but again, not expected. Overnight lows tonight back in the upper 50s to near 60. Clearly, we will be a little bit warmer than we've been over the last several mornings. Clouds start to roll in, and the rain chances could sneak in by around daybreak, especially in the western counties and parishes. Jan and Joy, good morning. Look at the 7-day forecast, and here's what most folks obviously are paying attention to is the rain chances as we go into the day on Saturday. May, good morning to you as well. The heaviest rain sets up Saturday night, Sunday morning. That obviously coincides with the best severe weather threat too. Showers will linger especially early in the day Sunday. I would expect the rain to become gradually more scattered as the day progresses. There will be some dry spots to maybe get some stuff in Saturday evening. It'll be tough to forecast, and it'll probably still be pretty cloudy, gloomy, and soggy across the area. But if you absolutely have to get something done Sunday night, you may have a window of opportunity to get that done outside. Again, maybe pretty soggy out there, so please take that into account as well. The Tuesday, Wednesday cold front, still not expected to really drive rainfall, but notice temperatures behind it. Highs near 70 or maybe into the upper 60s by the middle to end parts of next week. And overnight lows generally fall back into the upper end of the 40s, maybe even the mid-40s by that stretch. Could we see the 30s in some locations? It's a possibility, but probably not. most of us probably see 40s late next week. For morning lows, that is, of course. Daytime highs, again, generally in the 60s and 70s. That is a look at the forecast. If it seems like I flew through things this morning, we'll recap it again at lunchtime with some new information and a refreshed forecast. I have a school visit this morning. I am headed to George Welch Elementary School to visit with the kiddos there at 9 a.m., so headed out here shortly. Your Too Long Didn't Read will be out at 9:30. Again, we'll join in midday forecast. We got football forecast coming out this afternoon. Another evening look at the forecast coming up in just a couple of hours as well. So kind of a packed Friday as we gear up for what should be a soggy weekend. Cheryl, you're welcome. I was going to say good morning, but you said thank you, so you're welcome. But we're happy to do it. And again, a reminder, the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank is a digital weather platform serving 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi. I want to see how fast I could say that. It is made possible 100% free to you by the local businesses that you see there on your screen. You do your part by liking and commenting and sharing on all of our content. If you feel like your friends group you're following in social media needs to know about what's headed our direction, like, comment, share. It's the only way some of this stuff gets out to the masses and for the folks that need to know about it. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms and support our local business partners when you can. Download the Digital Weather Desk app. It's available for Apple users, Android users. To be honest with you, I hadn't even checked this morning. But as soon as it's up and ready to go, I will let you know. And I already went through the full recap for the rest of the day. Enjoy your Friday, everybody. And Claudia and Lindsay, good morning to you as well. And to Becky, as folks start to wake up and their thumbs start working on their phones. Totally understandable. I'll join you midday. Again, your Too Long Didn't Read comes out in about an hour and a half or so, and I am headed to visit with the kiddos of George Welch. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.